there, it is gentle day, so we're going to start out on our mat. So you can go ahead and lie down on your back with your knees bent and come to stillness. Begin to deepen your breath. So we're going to begin on our mat. We will do some standing, but today what I want you to think about is being gentle, nothing forced, moving slowly with purpose, and taking your time. Let everything be soft. So I'll come down onto my mat with you. So let your feet be a little wider than your hips and let your knees fall in. Your hands can be out to the side. Breathing deeply. You can spread your legs long if that feels better to you. With your knees bent, it just takes a little pressure off the low back. Deep breaths. In and out the nose. 3 to 4 seconds in. 3 to 4 seconds out. Now move your feet so that they are in line with your hips, maybe a little wider, but your toes are parallel, feet parallel on the mat, and then gently begin to drop your knees side to side. Maybe taking an inhale as they come through center and exhale as they drop. You might even begin moving your head in the opposite direction. Remember, we're thinking gentle. Slow movements, everything rounded, no sharp edges. Warming up our hips here, warming up our neck, warming up our breathing muscles. And then the next time you come through center, pause there, drop to one side or the other, and pause. 3 deep breaths. Careful with your knees. No pulling, no pressing. Deep breaths. Inhale back to center, and then slowly drop your knees to the other side. Maybe look in the opposite direction for a little neck stretch. Deep breaths. Feeling your breath rise and fall. And then inhale back to center, feet flat. Bring one knee in to your chest, maybe your right knee, hug it in there for a breath or two. And then give it a little rotation, one way and then the other. Remember our smooth respirations. And change, set that foot down, pull your other knee in. It feels good, hugged in there. Deep breaths. If you did the 26 and 2 yesterday, you may have a little stiffness in your low back. It's a good back workout, good for your spine. Now hug both knees in close. Press your tailbone down toward the mat. Maybe give this a hug, pressing down through your tailbone, softening through your shoulders, shoulders away from ears. A couple of breaths. And then release and move your knees clockwise a couple of times, and then counterclockwise. Sit your feet down, stretch them out long. Reach your hands and your feet long, big stretch through your belly, through the tops of your thighs, through your shoulders. And release it down. Bend your knees, turn on your side, and then slowly, slowly press up to sitting. And then maybe you have wild hair like me. So once you arrive and seated, Send your right leg out long on your mat. Keep your left leg bent in close. On your next inhale, send your arms out wide. Sit up tall. And then on your next exhale, lower your left hand to the mat and reach your right hand up and over. 3 deep breaths. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, lower your fingertips to the right and reach your left hand up and over towards your toes. I'm going to move a little bit so my toes are in the screen. It's hard to get the standing and the width in the screen sometimes. So you're rolling the left side of your heart open so that your torso is in line with your body and your fingers are reaching long. Neck is long. Big stretch on the left side of the body. Let's flow this. Inhale, arms wide. Exhale, right up and over. Inhale, reach wide. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, wide. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, wide. Exhale, up and over. We have a little obstruction on our screen. Inhale, back to sitting. And then lower your hands and change legs. So pull your right leg in, stretch your left leg long. If you start getting a little hip pinch, then just, take a bend in your knee and stretch it back out. I just know because that happened to me. Inhale, arms wide. Drop your right fingers. Exhale, up and over towards your knee. Pause there, 3 deep breaths. Left side of your heart open here. Maybe flex through your foot. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, up and over, fingertips behind. Pause there, 3 deep breaths. Think about your right side of your heart opening up. Torso in line with your body, big stretch down the right side. Keeping it soft. Deep breaths. If you feel your breath coming shallow, come out of your stretch a little bit. Let's flow. Inhale, arms wide. Exhale, up and over. 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 And arms wide, and let your fingertips fall down. All right, stretch your legs out in front of you. Bounce your knees a little bit. Roll your shoulders a couple of times. And then pull your knees in. Give yourself a big hug. Rounding through the back. Hold down to your elbows. 3 deep breaths. Give your hips a little rest here. And release. So now, let the soles of your feet come together. Let your knees fall out to the side. This is a good place for your block. Keep your block close by. So if you have too much tension, you can set your block under your knees or under your thighs, or not. Pull them in just as much as comfortable for you. They can be way out, they can be in. It doesn't matter. Open your feet like a book. Sit up tall. Exhale, hinge forward at the hips, and pause there for 3 deep breaths. In and out the nose. Then come back to tall spine, inhale up. Then this time, bring your feet out a little wider, make that diamond shape wider. Take a big inhale, and then exhale, tuck your chin, round down, and just hang. Deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the nose. Let your low back release. We worked it hard yesterday. Now release your feet. Bring your hands out to your knees and use your hands to slowly bring your knees together. All right, from here, Keep your blocks, one on one end of the mat and one on the other end of the mat. Send your out legs out wide. Maybe they're this wide, it doesn't matter. Maybe you can do a full straddle. Wherever you are, flex your feet to protect your knees. Inhale, sit up tall. Maybe you just sit just like this for 3 deep breaths. Maybe you hinge at the hips a little and begin to walk your fingertips out forward. Wherever you are, keep your spine long, keep your feet flexed, and breathe into it. Deep breaths in and out the nose. Maybe after 2 or 3 breaths, you want to walk your fingertips a little more and settle in, or maybe you stay right where you are. Eventually, you might want to let your head hang. No overstretching, just go to the point that feels good, and then back off a millimeter or 2. Pause there. Shoulders soft, away from your ears. Face relaxed. And then on your next inhale, slowly begin to walk your hands back in. From here, bring your hands behind your knees. Pick them up. Pick your knees up with your hands. Bring them back to center, and then give yourself another big hug. Chin down, hugging your knees. Get a nice rounded upper back. Deep breath. And then release. Fingertips come behind. And then from the seated position, let your knees fall side to side again. See how your hips feel. Just a gentle motion. And then come back to center. From here, roll over your knees or send your knees around to the side. Come onto tabletop. Take a couple of cat-cows. Knees under hips, wrists under shoulders, drop your belly, chest forward and through, inhale, exhale, man cat, 3 or 4 of these, inhale cow, exhale cat, inhale cow, exhale cat, and come back to neutral. Curl your toes under, take an inhale, and on exhale, lift your hips up tall for downward facing dog. Just one down dog today. Pedaling out your feet. I think, unless I change my mind. Get some stretch in your calves here. Maybe pause with one leg. Stretching, pressing away with your hands. Knuckles pressed into the mat. Shoulders soft in the sockets. Then maybe change legs. Get a stretch in your calf on your other side. Deep breaths in and out the nose. Then lift both heels. And then on an exhale, press your heels down toward the mat. Lift your hips a little taller. Press away a little more with your hands. Soften your shoulders more. Rotate your upper arm bones outwards. Let your chest fall through. 2 or 3 more deep breaths. And then slowly begin to walk your hands back to your feet. Hang there. Maybe hold on to your elbows or let your hands drag on the mat. Let your chest fall so that it touches or comes close to touching your thighs. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Release your neck. No tension there. Nice. Big deep breaths. And then whenever you're ready, slowly pressing through your feet, squeeze your belly, begin to round up 1 vertebrae at a time, all the way up to the top, bringing your shoulders, neck, and head up. Last, drag your shoulder blades down your back. Take a big deep breath when you arrive. And let it go. So I'm going to step to the other end of the mat. so that I'm turned the correct direction. Try to stay in the camera frame. So we're going to do a little short flow here, time hack, okay? So stand up tall with your feet together, take a big inhale, and then exhale, just step forward with your right foot. So we're going to go into warrior one from here. So your right toes are toward the short end of the mat. Turn your left toes out about 30 degrees. Then bring your hands to your hips. Turn your rib cage to square off to the front of your mat. So your ribs, shoulders, gaze toward the short end of your mat. Hips are trying to get there. Take a bend in your front knee so that your front knee, right front knee, is bent, knee over ankle. And you're in warrior one feet. Press away with your front foot, press down through the pinky edge of your left foot, and on your next inhale, lift your arms up overhead. Keeping it gentle, keeping it soft, not going to the extremes today. Deep breaths. Now, keeping your warrior one feet, bring your fingertips down behind your back, interlace your fingers, press your palms together, press your knuckles down directly to the floor. Remember, your shoulders and ribs are still to the front. Take another inhale. Exhale, tilt your torso forward. Maybe you stay right there. Maybe you tilt a little forward till your chest is nearly to your knee, where you can pause there and breathe. Check your knee, it's still over your ankle. Take one more breath. And then maybe you drop your right shoulder inside your right knee for humble warrior. Maybe you're standing back up tall. Wherever you are, press your feet through the mat, down into your mat, breathing deeply. If you're here with me in humble warrior, lift your knuckles a little taller. Deep breaths. Then release your hands down to the floor, pressing through your front foot, pressing through your back foot. If you're still standing tall, you're good. Just open your hips up into warrior two. So hips now turn toward the long edge of your mat. Let me get back in the frame. So right knee over right ankle, left leg long, left thigh engaged with your left pinky edge pressing into the mat. Arms reaching out long. Gaze towards your right middle finger. Deep breaths. Think about being gentle, sinking into it gently, soft shoulders, arms engaged, but soft. Now take another inhale. On your exhale, straighten your front leg, drop your left fingers, flip your right palm, reach up and over. Reverse warrior. One long line from your right toes all the way to your hip. And then up your right side. Deep breaths, don't hold your breath. Remember, gentle. Back off if you need to. Then inhale back to warrior two arms, warrior two legs. Then lower your elbow to your right knee, reach up and over for extended angle. Deep breaths. Maybe you sink down a little more, maybe not. Knee over ankle, shoulder soft. Pinky edge of left hand turned downward. Deep breaths. Now let's try a little flow. Inhale back to warrior two. Straighten your leg, exhale, reverse. Inhale, warrior two, bend your knee. Exhale, extended warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reverse, straighten the front leg. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reach up and over. Pause there. Now let's change your arm. Check your knee, make sure it's over your right ankle. Lift your arm straight up to the sky. Maybe release your right hand to the inside of your right knee. If you have your block close, you might put your hand on your block. Going for a one line from your hand, right hand, all the way reaching up to the left hand. Option to stay there, option to reach your left arm around, opening your heart. Option to reach under for a bind. Wherever you are, pause for 3 deep breaths. Knee over ankle, pressing through your feet. Deep breath, soften somewhere. Then release. You can come back to your block if you had it or not. On your next inhale, rise back up to warrior two. Turn your right toes parallel to the end of the mat. Take a big inhale, stretch your spine long, and exhale, forward fold, hinging at the hips. Let your head hang. Walk your fingertips back so they're between your legs, maybe, or not. Shoulders soft. Maybe the crown of your head comes toward the earth or all the way to the earth. Deep breath. On your next inhale, walk your fingertips back under your shoulders, half lift. Stay there for an exhale, and then inhale, press all the way back up to standing. Tick-tock your feet in. Technical yoga term there. And then step back to the end of your mat. We're going to do the other side. We step forward with the right foot that time. I went to the opposite end just so that I'll be facing you all. So take a big inhale. Step forward with your left foot. Get it as far wide as you like. You may have to make some adjustments. So your left toes toward the short end of the mat. Right toes turned out about 30 degrees. Hands on hips. Turn your rib cage and your shoulders to the short edge. Hips have the goal of facing the short end. Take an inhale and then exhale, bend your front knee. You may need to make some adjustments. Tick-tock your heel a little to make it a little wider or shorter. On your next inhale, lift your arms. Here you are, warrior one, pressing through the front foot, pressing through the pinky edge of the back foot. Rib cage, shoulders to the short edge of the mat, shoulders soft. One more deep breath. Remember, keep it soft. And then lower your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, press down with your knuckles, shoulders toward the front of your mat. Take an inhale and an exhale. One more inhale. And then begin hinging your torso forward, thinking about your knee staying over your ankle, not bending out to the right or left. Maybe you lower a little further, lifting your knuckles behind. Maybe you pause there or stand back up. Or maybe let your shoulder fall to the inside for humble warrior. Deep breaths wherever you are. Where can you soften? Through your shoulders, through your face. Think of your knee still being over your ankle. And then on your next inhale, release your hands down. Pressing through your feet. Windmill your right hand up and your left hand up. Open your hips out to warrior two. Sink down a little more. Still left knee over left ankle, but now our hips are open to the long edge. Fingertips reaching wide, shoulders soft. Gaze over your left middle finger. Arms are solid, but soft through the shoulders. Now begin to straighten your leg and drop your right fingers to your back leg. Flip your left hand. Take another inhale, and then exhale up and over, reverse warrior. Remember your shoulder, torso in line with the leg. Deep breaths. Soften where you can. Inhale, back up, warrior two, arms, bend your knee for warrior two. Take another inhale. And then on your exhale, sit your left elbow on your left knee, reach your right arm up and over, extended warrior. Pressing through your right foot, engage through your right thigh. Left foot pressing away, right side of heart rolled open. Shoulders and torso in line with the leg, not leaning forward or backward. Find your breath, find your smile. And now let's flow. Inhale, press back up to warrior two. Exhale, straighten your leg, reach up and over, reverse warrior. Inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, up and over, extended warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reverse warrior. Pause there. Deep breaths. Now reach your hand up straight to the sky. Maybe your block is nearby if you think you might want it. Release your elbow from your knee so that your elbow's to the inside of your left knee. Pressing your knee open, keeping that knee directly over your ankle. Maybe you reach the palm of your, the back of your hand to your low back, opening through your right side of your heart. Maybe you reach underneath for a bind. Deep breaths wherever you are. Open your heart to the right. Sink down into your left knee, knee over ankle. Neck long, pressing through your feet. Belly button firm. And release wherever you are. Take a big inhale. Maybe your hands on the block. And then exhale, rise back up to warrior two. Turn your left toes to the center. Take an inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Hands go to fingertips, go to the mat between your feet. Maybe your palms go flat. Maybe the crown of your head goes all the way down. Pause there, deep breath. Pressing through your palms. Opportunity for a little upside down teddy bear. Making a triangle with your palms and crown of head. Set one knee on one elbow, one on the other. Deep breath. And then slowly come out if you tried it. Inhale, everybody, half lift. And then exhale there. Inhale, press through your feet, rise all the way up. Tick-tock your feet in. Take a big deep breath. Exhale, let go. Let's try the horsey breath. Just listen. Inhale through nose. Blow it out like a horsey. It's just another way to let go of tension. One more time. Inhale through nose. I'm crazy like that. Exhale. All right. So, stand with your feet wide, and we're going to lower down to the mat. Coming down. We're, of course, running out of time. Once you arrive, set your bottom down. Slowly lower onto your back. Let's take a couple of flowy bridges. So press through your feet. Hands are flat. Press your low back into the mat, and then on an inhale, lift up. Fingertips come overhead. Exhale, lower. I'm going to get back in the frame. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last one, really press through your feet. Inhale, lift. Hold it there. Don't let your knees splay out. Pressing through your feet. One more deep breath. Exhale, slowly roll down. Bring your knees in for a big hug. Roll your low back side to side. Let your knees release. Feet come to a mat, and then send your feet long for Shavasana. You can see part of me here. Open your palms to the sky. Let your feet fall open like a book. Relax your face. Relax your jaw. Move it around. Relax your eyeballs into the sockets. Relax your hair. Maybe send your neck a little longer. Maybe lift your shoulder blades and send them back down. Let every muscle relax. Let every nerve and nerve ending relax. Smooth out your face. Let your breath come natural. I pushed you guys a little into gentle practice today. We're almost done with our challenge. Enjoy. Stay here as long as you like. Namaste and blessings, friends.